Welcome back to the Gothic Chef, and today we're going to make Choco chip cookies, keto style. And we're going to go through the ingredients. This is almond flour. That is Swerve brown sugar. This is Lakanto white granulated sugar. We have salt and baking soda, cocoa powder unsweetened, melted butter, a pack of Knox unflavored gelatin, 1 egg, and some Lily's dark chocolate baking chips made with stevia. We also have some Mexican vanilla. If you never tried Mexican vanilla, it's very good. Got a nice flavor. We're going to use a little bit of coconut flour, some heavy whipping cream, not a lot, tell you why later, and for added flair and a little gothiness, some black food coloring. Yes, black food coloring. So start off with your nice clean bowl and add your brown sugar. And as we all know, when brown sugar is packed, it comes out looking like a rock. So you have to separate it. And add the two sugars together and mix them a little bit until they start loosening up. Like I said, the brown sugar looks like a bunch of rocks. So when it doesn't look like rocks anymore, then you know you're getting close to where you want to be. Once you get the sugars semi-loosened up, you can add the melted butter. And the melted butter will help combine the sugars a little bit better. Yes, always tap on the bowl. So then you want to add your Mexican vanilla. I like to add about a teaspoon or a little more. It really does smell nice. I got this one from Amazon, but if you can find it in other places, try it. It's really, really good. And it smells fantastic. So then you want to jingle your tablespoons and your teaspoons together. I can't see when I'm filming. Add 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. And what the whipping cream does is it adds a richness to these cookies. Because remember, there's no gluten in them and there's no regular sugar. So we have to kind of, put some alternate stuff in there to make it a little richer. So add your egg and mix well till it's all combined. And now we're going to add Knox gelatin. And this is unflavored Knox gelatin powder. It could be any unflavored gelatin powder. It doesn't have to be Knox. But what the Knox gelatin will do is, again, because these cookies do not have gluten in them, you're going to have a hard time keeping them solid and keeping them from falling apart. And that's what the Knox gelatin does. More on that later. So we're going to start adding our dry ingredients. Almond flour first. And then you're just going to put about a tablespoon of coconut flour in with the almond flour. Don't put too much coconut flour in, because if you do, your cookies will be like rocks. And you don't want them to be like rocks. But the almond flour doesn't make them solidified enough, so the coconut flour helps for absorption of the liquids. So as you can see, it's starting to look more like a chocolate chip cookie dough. So then I snuck in the salt and the baking soda while I was yakking about the coconut flour. So you want to add the cocoa powder and mix that well. So then you want to add, this is optional, of course, and yes, always use a fork to take out your gelatin. I'm not sure what I was thinking there. But, or your black food coloring. Yes, use a fork to take out the black food coloring, because that's the perfect utensil for that. But this, of course, is optional, but I wanted to make them look a little bit more gothy, so I thought I'd add a little black food coloring. And you'll see how they come out with the black food coloring. Again, the black food coloring is optional, but if you do use it, use the gel food coloring, not the liquid one. So now you're going to add in some Lily's dark chocolate chips. These are delicious. They are made with stevia. They melt nice, and there's practically no carbs in them. So again, if you're doing the low carb diet or you're doing a keto diet, these cookies will really solve that chocolate craving. And now we're going to use, I use an ice cream scoop to form my cookies, and my hands. The ice cream scoop kind of gives you a general measurement with your cookies. And what I'm using here is I'm using a baking sheet pan, and I'm using a Silpat that has little cookie measurement designs on it, but you can use parchment paper. You can use a regular Silpat without the cookie outlines, because I'm not following them anyway, as you can see. But the Silpat is great. It's really a nice non-stick surface to use when you're making cookies and other baked goods. So here they are laid out. And here they are, right out of the oven. Do not, under any circumstances, yes, finger wag, do not touch these cookies for 30 minutes. Don't put them on a rack. Don't touch them. Don't even look at them, because I think if you look at them, they'll fall apart. And the reason why they'll fall apart, and the reason why you can't touch them for 30 minutes, again, there's no gluten in them. And the Knox gelatin, once it's cooled, when it's mixed in this mixture, will keep them solid, like a cookie. And then when they are cooled, take them off, break one in half, and try it out. And they are moist and delicious. I know they look like Kingsford charcoal briquettes, but they don't taste like it. So give these a try and let me know what you think. The recipe will be in the description below. It will also be on my website, thegothichef.com, which is also in the description below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time on The Gothic Chef.